Now, dear students, today we will have a concluding part of exercise numericals of lesson number 9, that is ray optics. Okay, now last time we talked up to exercise sum number 9.21. Okay, now today we will start with the exercise sum number 9.22. Now see, it is related to prism. Okay, now see, and prism with the angle of prism is 60 degree. A is given as 60 degree. Now see our question, at what angle, now this is a normal to the surface, let us say ABC, okay, at what angle the ray should be incident that after reflection it will undergo total internal reflection. Now let us say this will be the original path, after reflection it will move like this, okay. Now again this is a normal to the surface AC. It has to go in this direction, but the question says that it suffers total internal reflection. Okay, so here, if it is PIR, then angle of refraction for the surface will be 90 degree. Okay, now we have to find out angle of incidence for a given condition. Now see our equation. Earlier we have seen in the theory part, see the first angle is R1. Second angle is R2. Now see, we know that A is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay, A is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay, now see, angle of prism is given as refractive index is n is equal to 1.524. Okay, now if total internal reflection takes place on the surface AC, then R2 should be critical angle. R2 should be critical angle. Now we use the formula sin C is 1 upon n. Okay, sin C is 1 upon n. So value of refractive index is given 1.524. Now if you solve, it turns out to be 0.6542. Okay, if you see, solve it and see in the natural side, if we see the C turns out to be 41 degree. Okay. Now this R2 is nothing but C, that is critical angle. Now we substitute the value. A is 60. R1 we have to find out, R2 we have obtained. R1 is 60 minus 19 degree. Okay? R1 is 90 degree. Okay? Now consider the refraction on AB surface. Okay? That is N1. Now we write the equation for AB surface. We use Snell's law. Okay, that is N1 sin theta 1, N2 sin theta 2. N1 is 1 sin I, theta 1 is our I here. Okay, N2 is 1.524, and this theta 2 is nothing but R1. Okay, that is sin 90. Now sin 90 we can see from the natural sign, what that is 0.3526. Okay, now that turns out to be 0.4964. So angle of incidence, we can see in the natural sign turns out to be 30 degree. Okay, 29.75. See, this is near to approximate 0.49. We can, if I take 0.5, then it is very easy that sin 30 is 1 by 2 or 0.5. So this is how we can solve. Okay, so this is about exercise sum number 9.22. See what we are given. Angle of prism is given, that is 60 degree. See, the refractive index is also given. We have to find out that at what angle the ray should be incident so as it suffers total internal reflection on the surface AC. This is how we can solve. Okay, now see, next is our exercise sum number 9.23. Okay, now suppose a square board is there in which the squares are of the size 1 and 2 square. Okay, square is there, the square Okay, bore only the squares of 1 mm square is this. Now, this is magnified by using the convex lens. This is magnified by using the convex lens of focal length 9 centimeter. Okay, now see the convex lens by convention f will be positive. Now, see the board is kept at a distance of, okay, board is, okay, now see focal length is given as 10 centimeter, sorry. See the object or the board is kept at a distance of 9 centimeter. Now for convex lens, here the u will be negative. See, we have to find out the magnification of the square. Okay, now we use the lens formula. That is 1 upon f is 1 upon v minus 1 upon u. Now f is positive. Okay, so this will become 1 upon v plus 1 upon 9, 1 by v 1 by 10. Okay, v will be minus 9. Okay, now see the linear magnification. Okay, linear magnification. M is equal to v by u. Okay, what is value of v? We have obtained is negative. U is minus 9. So the linear magnification we will obtain is of the value 10. Now since in case of a square, we see the magnified image, let us say this image, we obtain like this, but see what we can see, the length and breadth, both will be expanded. So A2 will be 10 square, A1. Okay? Why? Area is L square. Area is L square. So we have to use like this. Now see the magnification is 10. Okay? And area is 1 mm square. So it will be 100 mm square. Now see 10 mm is 1 centimeter. Okay? So this will be 1 centimeter square. This will be 10 centimeter square. Or the area, if you use the same unit system, will be 10 mm square. Okay? Now see 100 mm square is, okay, see 10 mm is 1 centimeter. So 100 mm square will be 1 centimeter square. So this is about the magnification. Okay, now what about the angular magnification or the magnification power? Okay, here we have to obtain magnification power also. Okay, now magnification power, or it is angular magnification, is d by f. Now d is nothing but our near point, that is 25, and f is given as 10. D by u, sorry, m is equal to d by u. Now the object distance is 9. Okay, so the value turns out to be 2.8. Okay, what we see here, that the linear magnification and angular magnification is not same. Okay, linear magnification is and the angular magnification is not same. Okay, now see our exercise number 9.24 is related to the same question. That is, it is in continuation with the exercise number 9.23. Now, see the question says the object should be kept at what distance? Okay, so that we get the maximum linear magnification. Okay, we get the maximum linear magnification. Now, so in that case, the image is to be formed at near point. For maximum magnification, image is to be formed at a near point. So the object distance will be 25 centimeters. See, the focal length will remain the same. Okay, focal length should remain at the same. Now, see, we have to find out the object distance here. Okay, now we use the lens formula. See, 1 by f is 1 by v minus 1 by u. Okay, now the focal length is 10 centimeter. V is minus 25. 1 upon u will be. Okay, now if we simplify, Okay, now if we simplify, that turns out to be minus 7.14 centimeter. Okay, now this is the object distance for the maximum magnification. Okay, now what will be the magnification in that case? So it will be d by u again. D is 25, u is minus 7.14 that we have obtained. So that turns out to be 7 point. Okay, that turns out to be 3.5. So this will be the maximum magnification for a given condition. Okay, now this is about exercise sum over 9.24. That is in continuation with the exercise sum over 9.23. Okay, here we have to place the object in such a way that we get the maximum magnification. So in that case, the focal length will be 10 centimeter. See, for maximum magnification, image should be formed at a near point, that is 25 centimeter. By using this, we have obtained the value of the object distance. Okay, and the magnification value is 3.25. Okay, so this is about the exercise number 9.24. Okay, so this is some our exercise number 9.2. Now see, our next exercise numerical is also in continuation with the 9.24. That is our next sum is exercise number 9.25. Now what the question says? Now see, the area of the each square is given as 1 mm square. Now see, the magnification we have to obtain. Okay, A2. This is our A1. Magnification we have to obtain is 6.25 mm square. Okay, magnification we have to obtain is 6.25 mm square. So what should be the distance between the object and the lens? Okay, that is nothing but our object distance. Now see, area is L square. Area is L square. So see, our M, L2 square upon L1 square will be A2 upon A1. Okay, L2 square upon L1 square, L2 upon L1 is root A2 by A1. Now root A2 is 6.25 upon 1. See, the magnification is 2.5. Okay, linear magnification is 2.5. Now see, L2 by L1 is M, that is V by U. Okay, so V by U is 2.5. V comes out to be 2.5. Okay, now again the focal length is given. Here we have to find out the object distance. We use the same condition. 1 upon F is 1 upon V minus 1 upon U. F is 10 centimeter. V have obtained is 1.25 U. Okay, and U. So what will be the LCM? 2.5 U. This will be 1 minus 2.5. 1 by 10. Okay, now if we solve, U turns out to be 6 centimeter. Okay, U turns out to be 6.5 centimeter. Now see the image distance. V is equal to 2.5 U. Okay, image distance is 2.5 U. That is 2.5 into 6. Okay, so this is how we get solve. So this is how we can obtain the value of object distance and image distance to get the magnification of 6.25. Okay, that is exercise number 9.25. Okay, now next is our exercise number 9.27. Okay, now see, the question is like this. See, objective of a compound microscope objective focal length is 1.25 and eyepiece focal length given is 5 centimeter. Now see, magnification is 30 times. 30x means 30x. Okay. Now we have to obtain the distance between the uh, objectives and eyepiece. Okay. Now see here, in normal condition, image is formed at the near point. Okay. Image is formed at the near point. Okay. So see our D is near point, that is 25 centimeter. Okay. Now see magnification, total magnification is given. Okay, total magnification. Now see for eyepiece, when the image is formed at a near point, magnification is, that is M2 we can consider 1 plus D by F. 1 plus D is near point 25. See eyepiece, focal length is 5. Okay, so this is the magnification of eyepiece. Now our formula, M is equal to M1 into M2. That is MO into ME. Now total magnification is given as 30. Okay. Objective magnification, we have to find out magnification. Okay. So this is how we can obtain the value of this. Now first see, we have to find out the object distance and the image distance. Okay, now the magnification is 5. M, first we solve for objective. M is equal to F upon F. Magnification is 5. Okay, sorry, M is equal to V by. Okay, now magnification is 5. Okay. Yes. Now we substitute the values. 1 upon F. V0 is 5 U0. Now what is the value of objective given as 1.25 centimeter. See 5 U0 will be LCM 1 minus 5. Okay, so that will be. Okay, now we can, okay, here V also will be negative. Okay, V also will be negative. Why? See, the image is real image. Okay, so will minus 5 and minus will make minus 6. Okay, now if I solve, okay, 5U0, that we can obtain is into 6 minus 6 into 2.5 U0. Okay, so that turns out to be minus 1.5 centimeter. Okay, see now this is now the image distance is 5 times U0. Okay, now this is the image distance for the objective. Okay, now see, we have to solve for the eyepiece. Okay, now see the eyepiece image is formed at the near point. Okay, image is formed at the near point, so our distance will be 25. Okay, focal length is given as 5 centimeter. So we can calculate the object distance. See again, 1 by F E is 1 by V minus 1 by E. Okay, 1 by F is. Now image distance we are having. F is how much? 5. Okay, so 1 upon U will be minus 1 by 25 minus 1 by 5. Again 25 is the LCM. Minus 1 minus 5 minus 6. Okay, so that will be 25 by 6. Okay, so this is the object distance for the eyepiece. This is the object distance for the eyepiece. Now see what is the distance between the two lens. Okay, what is the distance between lens in case of a simple microscope? See, it is V1 plus U2. Now we have to consider in mind that see the distance is always positive. Okay, now U2 is V1 we have obtained is 4.17. Okay, this is U2. Now V1 we obtained as 7.5. Okay, so this is the distance between the two lines. Okay, now this is number exercise number 9.27. Now next is related to telescope. Next is related to telescope. Next is exercise number 9.28. Now see a small telescope objective f. Focal length is given as 140 centimeter and the eyepiece is given as 5 centimeter. Okay, what you have to find out the magnification. Okay, first image is formed at infinity. Okay, when the image is formed at infinity, see we use the simple formula m is equal to f(o) by f. 140 by 5, that is turns out to be 28. Okay, now second case, the question says image is formed near point. Okay, image is formed at the near point. So in that case, see our magnification. See in our book the proof of the equation, this is not given, but we have to use the formula FO upon FE into 1 plus FE by D. Okay, 1 plus FE by D. Okay, this is formula proof is not given in the book, but even then we will use. Okay, FO is 140, F is 5, FE is 5. See our near point is 25. Okay, near point is 25. 28 we have obtained 1 plus, see 1 by 5 is 0.2. Okay, now if you solve it turns out to be 33.6. Okay, now this is how we can solve. Now next is our exercise number 9.29. Now it uses the same formula. Okay, it uses the same data of the exercise number 9.28. Okay, now see the question. Okay, what is the distance between the objective and eyepiece? Okay, now first part of the question in exercise number 9.29. See the distance between that is FO plus F. Okay, now see the second part of the question. See, this telescope is used to see a tower at a distance of 3 km. Now let us say this is a telescope tower which is at a distance of 3 km and the height of the tower is 100 meters. Okay, what should be the height of the image? Now see, this is 3 km is 3000. Now let us say the angle subtended is alpha. Okay, angle subtended is alpha. Okay, so tan alpha is opposite upon adjacent 100 upon 3000. That is 1 upon 30. Okay, now see angle is very small, we can take into the radian. Okay, alpha is h upon f0. Alpha is h upon f0. Okay, so now we substitute the value. 1 upon alpha we obtained is 1 upon 30. H we have obtained. See, FO is given as 140. Okay, so H we can find out is 140 by 30. Okay, now 140 by 30 turns out to be 4.67 centimeter. Okay, now See, this is the second part of the question. Third, see the final distance is obtained as 25 centimeter. This is the second part of the question we have discussed. Okay, see the final image is formed. Sorry. Okay, now see the final image is formed there. Okay, then what is the height of the image? Now see, this is a telescope. Just now we have used the formula eyepiece magnification. M is 1 plus D by F. Okay, now see D is near point, F is 5. Okay, so the magnification is this. Now this is nothing but H dash by H, that is the height of the image to height of the object. Okay, now this we have obtained is H we have obtained is 4.67 centimeter just now, so that turns out to be 29 centimeter. Okay, so this is how we can solve. Now this is about exercise number 9.29. Now see the next term is related to reflecting type of telescope. Okay, now we study in the theory part. See two type of telescope. One is a refracting telescope which uses only lens, whereas the reflecting telescope uses both lens and the mirror. Now see this is a Cassegrain ring or a reflecting telescope. Now two mirrors are there. See the mirror are separated 20 cm distance between. Now let us have first the rough sketch of the reflecting type of telescope. It is not necessary to do the full truth diagram, but it will be easy for us if we draw the diagram. Okay, now see the concave mirror. Is a primary mirror. Okay, and the convex mirror is the secondary mirror. Okay, now the rays are incident like this. Now the biaxial rays. After they used to meet here. Yeah. But we have placed a secondary mirror is a convex mirror. Now see radius of the concave mirror is 220 mm, 22 centimeter. F1 is equal to R by 2. Okay, so the focal length of the primary mirror is this. Now R2 is a secondary mirror. Convex mirror is a secondary mirror. See the focal radius of curvature is given as 140. R2 is, that is 14 centimeter. Okay, so F2 will be 14 by 2. See that turns out to be 7 centimeter. Okay, now see we know that the image was to be meet at F. Okay, image to be meet at F. So now the separation between two mirrors is given as 2 centimeter. Separated between two mirrors is 20 mm, that is 2 centimeter. So what is the first object distance for this? U will be F2 minus D. See what is our F2? 7. D we obtained is, so 5 centimeter is the. Okay, now F1 minus D, F1 minus 2, that turns out to be 9 centimeter. Okay, object distance will be, F1 is our primary mirror. Okay, for object distance the image will be this. Now we have to use the focal length is given, object distance also we have obtained. So we have to find out at what distance, okay, at what distance the image will be formed. Now we use the mirror formula. Now what is our mirror formula? See, 1 by f is 1 by v plus 1 by v. Okay, 1 by f is 1 upon v plus 1 by. Now this is the image. Okay, this is the image from the second mirror. This is the image from the second mirror. So 1 by convex mirror f is positive. U is minus 9. U is minus 9. Okay. Now, okay. See, convention we have to consider in mind. This is the distance in the direction of incidence. So that's why U we have to take in positive. Why? Because here it is not only one mirror. It is a combination of mirror. So that's why U will have to be positive. Otherwise, if only concave mirror numerical we consider, we will take negative. Value of U consider negative. But here it will be positive. Why? Because image is formed in the direction of incident ray. So 1 upon f. Okay. Now this we can simplify. 63 by 2. Okay. That is 31.5 centimeter. Okay. So this is now nothing but our exercise sum number 9.13. Okay. Now see some of the numericals which are not considered part of the syllabus, that also we have discussed today. Okay. But most of the type of the question we have covered. Now I would like to take some MCQs also, okay, which are related for our ray optics. Okay. Now see some basic MCQ we can start with. Okay, and then we can do more MCQ. Now see first MCQ we are taking. We will give 1 or 2 lectures for the MCQ also. So that will be a good practice for you. Today we will start with some MCQ and next lecture also will continue with that. Now see, let us say we take some MCQ of ray optics. Now we start with the simpler ones. Okay. Now see a concave mirror is there. See the focal length is given as 20 centimeter. Okay. Now concave mirror f we have to consider negative. Object is placed at a distance of 25 centimeter. What will be the magnification? Okay, what will be the magnification? See our formula for the magnification is m is equal to f upon f minus u. Okay, now concave mirror f is negative. Okay, now see object distance is 20 centimeter, image distance is focal length is 20 centimeter, object is 25. What we can imagine that is, and see that the object is between, see what will be r here? 40. Why? Because r will be 2f. That turns out to 2 into 20. That is 40. Now see the object distance lie between f and c. Object distance lie between f and c. So when the object is between f and c, the real image is formed. Okay. Now see minus 20. And we know that, see when concave mirror image is real image is formed, m we have to take as negative. Okay. Now second MCQ. Now see in a pond, let us say a tree is at a distance of 6.63 centimeter. Now this distance is 6.3 centimeter. Now see fields try to object. See the okay. We try to see the bottom of the tree. Okay, what should be the depth? Okay, now this is related to total internal reflection, where the angle of refraction becomes 90 degrees. Okay, angle of reflection becomes 90 degrees. Now let us say this distance depth is d. This is R. So what will be this? H square plus B square. Okay. Now the refractive index is given as 1.33. Okay. We have to use the condition of total internal reflection. See, sin C is 1 upon A. Now what you can see, if this is the critical angle, this also is a critical angle. Why? Because this is the transversal of two parallel lines. Okay. Now sin C is opposite upon hypotenuse. Now if we compare, this n is a refractive index, so 1 upon n, both represent the critical angle. So 1 by n is r upon under root h square. This is r, we can say this is r. So this will be d square plus r square. Okay, this we can take. If this distance is r, then we can take hypotenuse is r square plus d square. Now it will be n r will be equal to d square plus r square. N square r square will be d square plus r square. Okay. Now d square will be n square r square minus r square. R square n square minus 1. Okay. So what is the value of b we are getting? R into n square minus 1. See, this r distance is given as 6.3. Refractive index is 1.3. Okay, and see if we solve, turns out to be 5.52. Okay, so this is related to total internal reflection. Okay, today we started some MCQ, only 2 MCQ were taken, but I want for next one lecture or 2 lectures we'll discuss the MCQ. That will be easy for us for a good. Thank you.